DreamWorks' animated hit with 97% on RT is now streaming on Peacock, and the movie just got nominated for several Oscars. After finding huge success in theaters, The Wild Robot is now streaming on Peacock after receiving nominations in multiple categories at the 2025 Oscars. DreamWorks' animated feature is based on a series of books by Peter Brown and is directed by Chris Sanders, who has been previously credited for How to Train Your Dragon. The reviews for The Wild Robot were exceptional, resulting in immediate box office success on account of The Wild Robot's superb cast and breathtaking visuals. Rosie's Unit 7134, known as Roz, is voiced by Lupita Nyong'o, while other names include Pedro Pascal and Mark Hamill. The Wild Robot quickly found its standing among the best of DreamWorks animated movies. The story never falls short of emotional moments because of the relationships between the characters, which are central to its themes. The regular interactions between the wild creatures create a beautiful and heartfelt story, which has allowed the movie to reach a near-perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes, at 97%. The Wild Robot broke multiple records throughout its time at the box office, and following the overwhelming reception to The Wild Robot, DreamWorks has confirmed that a sequel is in development to expand the feature's cinematic universe. The Wild Robot is now streaming on Peacock. What the movie is about. At its very core, The Wild Robot is a story about unconditional love and acceptance. The animation follows a robot named Roz, who becomes stranded on a radiant but deserted island. Roz doesn't understand what her purpose is, and the wild animals are terrified by her arrival, laying the foundations for a deeply moving narrative. The robot struggles with the concept of friendship, but her greatest challenge arises when she becomes the mother of a gosling named Brightbill. The story is straightforward, but skillfully executed to make it effectively focus on the more complex aspects of the characters' relationships. The intelligence machine develops a deeper connection to Brightbill, regardless of her coding. Yet, as Brightbill begins to get older, audiences see him question his upbringing and the role of Roz in his life. A number of the most emotional scenes in The Wild Robot occur as the gosling sets off on his first migration. Pursued by her creators, Roz must protect her friends and her son from the forces trying to take her away. The final moments maintain the Wild Robot's emotional trajectory, while purposefully having some aspects still open to question. The Wild Robot's box office success in 2024 explained. Of course, The Wild Robot was one of the best-rated movies of 2024, and it hit multiple major milestones at the domestic and global box office. The DreamWorks feature surpassed the $100 million point during its third weekend, earning a total of $324 million worldwide on a production budget of only $78 million. Its performance was relatively slow, considering The Wild Robot debuted at only $35 million on its opening weekend. However, against all odds, the movie continued to gain momentum after its release and swiftly consolidated its standing in the lineup of other major blockbusters. The Wild Robot became the sixth highest-grossing animated film of 2024. This is not bad, taking into consideration the other animated features it went up against that year. Naturally, it was difficult for The Wild Robot to compete with the likes of Despicable Me 4 or Moana 2, for instance. These films enjoy years of adoration from audiences, which has helped to maintain their popularity over time. Therefore, it was unlikely that The Wild Robot would reach the height of their total grosses, but DreamWorks' recent animation performed remarkably well for a new and unestablished IP. The Wild Robot earned 3 Oscar nominations. Will it win any of the categories? The animated feature has been nominated in 3 different categories for the 2025 Oscars. These include Best Animated Feature, Best Sound, and Best Original Score. The Wild Robot has the most chance of success in the animated feature category, where it still faces significant competition. The animation style in The Wild Robot is breathtaking, bursting with bright colors in every frame and augmented by paintbrush-like strokes. In spite of this innovative style, DreamWorks' biggest competition is set to be Wallace and Gromit, vengeance most foul from Aardman Studios, who have returned to the big screen after 19 years. It would be incredibly rewarding to see The Wild Robot win in any category, in recognition of its masterful storytelling through compelling characters and captivating imagery. The competition for original score is likely to be The Brutalist or potentially Conclave. The themes in Adrian Brody's leading film heighten its chances, though their chances may be squandered following the recent AI controversy surrounding The Brutalist.